National Football League.
Two teams that came into the NFL together back in 1976. The Seahawks and Bucs are underway. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. Tampa Bay coming out along with a man who needs no introduction, the great Tom Brady. A first carry for Leonard Fournette. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Now Brady goes right side, complete to Gronk.
Well, there it is, partner. Brady to Gronk, their first connection of the game.
You think those two often in sync?
I don't think there's any question about it. And look, we know Gronk has a whole lot of fun, but he's deadly serious about his football, as is Tom Brady. Two great competitors, two fantastic players.
On play action, now Brady airing this one out for Evans. A contested ball here, and it's going to be caught. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big connection on that one. 34 yards.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the starch right out of them.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Here's a give to Fournette. He's down inside the 10 to the 8, and it comes on a gain of 8. It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. To throw, it's Brady. And he's got it. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, 1st and goal. Fournette. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Leonard Fournette taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Bucs take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Extra point put through by Succop, and that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This is DJ Reed returning. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at about the 32. Throwing to start the drive, Wilson. And he'll be stopped right at midfield.
Defense gives up a touchdown on the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. Eluding the pressure right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. Here's Wilson.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a
Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And the Buccaneers have it. Every week we hear talk about create turnovers. In particular, they wanted to force some fumbles. They got one right there.
And it shows you how the game has changed over time. It used to be good enough for a guy to get a sack of a quarterback in the pocket. Now, if you come to the sidelines and you didn't knock the ball free, your coaches are upset with you. All right, so if you're a quarterback, it starts all the way back in the youth leagues. Take care of the ball, take care of the ball, take care of the ball, because here come the defenders.
Meanwhile, Brady's throw pulled in by Gronkowski. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. They'll try and run forward with Fournette. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. Now Leonard Fournette. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Shotgun now for Brady. And this is caught by Evans. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Brady. It's caught. It's Miller. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Again, they'll throw with Brady. Over the middle, that's taken in by Gronkowski. And the Buccaneers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They'll try to punch it in with Fournette. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Leonard Fournette with his 2nd touchdown of this opening quarter. And the Bucs are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Extra point up and good by Succop. And it's now 14-0. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. Here's Reed returning. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they thought they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Flushed out right. And this is caught at the 20. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Throwing again here, Wilson. And once again, it's Eskridge. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and
this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown. 4 yards on the touchdown grab. And the Seahawks able to make this a close game again. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Here's Myers now to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well. Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Throwing on first down is Brady. And that'll be incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Brady again here on 2nd and 10. He drops it off for Bernard. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. The Bucs on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. To throw is Brady. And this is going to be incomplete.
That could could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
This is taken around the 12. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 23. Throwing to start the drive. Wilson escaping the pressure right. He hits his target, Lockett. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. Now it's Wilson. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker. And the Bucs are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. The Buccaneers in good field position here to start out, 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. Brady's throw taken in by Evans here. 7 yards, the pickup there. Now a first carry for Giovanni Bernard. And the result here the same as the last play. Another tackle behind the line of scrimmage by the Seahawk defense. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. Here's Brady. And that is incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And wow, the fair catch was signaled for and taken inside the 5-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it'll be Seahawk football as they take over deep in their own territory. They'll start on the ground. It's Rashad Penny. And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. 8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Throwing is Wilson. Flush to his right. And smartly going into the slide there. Wilson has enough for the 1st. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced a ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Devin White gets him for a loss of 5. He is so tough to handle on the blitz, and that's Exhibit A. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Another try after the 1st down sack. Wilson. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed.
Tell the truth, partner. You didn't think he was coming down with that one, did you? Come on, tell me the truth.
No, I didn't. I'll tell you what, though. A one-handed grab of that length. Talk about giving your team a little juice.
Oh, big time. I mean, everyone's going to be excited about that one, whether you're on the field or not. It permeates its way through the entire team, and I can't wait to see what they do on the next down.
To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson leaves it for Penny. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Now it's Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Wilson will throw again. Catch is made by Metcalf. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Here's Wilson. And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown. DK Metcalf with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up. Myers connects on the PAT, and we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And that 14-0 lead to begin the ball game, well, that's gone now. Time to regroup.
I think even up 2 touchdowns, they knew this wasn't going to be a walk in the park, and I think that's why we would see the head coach going up and down the sidelines telling his team, let's stay with it, let's keep going. It's almost like he knew they were going to make their run at him, and they have. As you said, let's see if they can regroup and get going again.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Brady now to throw. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a first down due to the previous penalty. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
He's got it complete to Gronkowski. Gets through, and now an opening. He's still barreling through. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A big play there on the catch and run. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They'll run it here with Bernard. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game.
Let's go, man. Big series right here. We got to step it up.
On 1st down, Brady. Over the middle, complete. That's Miller. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Now Brady again. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Scotty Miller there to make the grab. And the Bucs have taken the lead. Extra point put through by Succop. And the lead is now 21-14. Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. Here's Reed. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Oh, he fakes a spike. Steps away to his left. It's caught. Lockett. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Now Wilson on 1st down. That's complete to his running back, Dallas. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
Flushed out right. Pass out to the sideline. He's got Lockett. And we're going to get a timeout. with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And Myers able to knock it through, and that will do it for this first.
Well, that came a little abruptly here. Still working on my apple up in the booth. Hang on here. Let me spit this out. And we can get to the third quarter now.
The Bucs with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the first half, so make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers, a little bit more to the perimeter perhaps, but above all, play your game.
Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. So pass interference, the call there. Always, obviously, Charles, such a subjective call. You agree with the penalty?
Well, from where we're standing right now, I think the officials are tightening things.
Touchdown! That's caught at the 1. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And the Seahawks are going to retake the lead. And that is off the left upright. It's no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Now this is going to be returned from the back line of the end zone. Here comes the Buccaneers offense. They get their first reps of the second half. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Fournette, a first down carry. And he stopped immediately there. Tackled by Darrell Taylor.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Brady. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Brady's throw on third down there is incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. This will be a 41-yard punt, 3 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Wilson escaping the pressure right. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. He's got a man, complete. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Russell Wilson now with 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon. And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. All the talk when Russell Wilson came into the league about his height, you know, those big defensive linemen, can he get the ball over him? You get him outside the pocket like that, doesn't really matter.
No, it really doesn't, and you're exactly right. Many people dinged him for that and said, how's he going to see over NFL linemen? he never did, right? At whatever level, he saw through them and found pockets and windows to throw the football. But as you noted, when he's outside the pocket and his vision is totally clear, oh, look out, because he's going to find someone downfield, as we just saw there.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now, and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Now Brady. He finds his target. It's Evans. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. On second down, Bernard. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Now Brady. He finds his man Johnson. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. A shotgun give to Fournette. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Brady going to throw. Looking sideline, incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Here's Brady to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. And this won't get there. Won't be on line either. It's no good. Off to the right. And this score will stay right where it is. Down here in the 3rd quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, and one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not is not the misses. It's the second miss in a row. Best kickers in the league, they don't miss 2 in a row. He's got to get his head back together in case he gets another shot. He's starting to fall into the category of not fair, because when he's on target throwing the ball, he's dangerous. But when you add in his ability to make plays with his feet, almost impossible.
Yeah, exactly. They've had trouble stopping him in the secondary. This time they've got the great coverage. Oh, he can run too. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll run it again with Penny. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
The way things have gone in this one, the running game's been something of an afterthought, and that's not been too bad for them, has it?
Yeah, the offensive returns have been good, but I guess we figured he in the ground game would be a bit more involved. Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. And the offense moving quickly to the line. From the red zone now, here's Wilson on 1st down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. The 2nd and 10 now as we roll along in the 3rd quarter from Tampa. Wilson. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Shaquille Barrett able to get him for a loss of about 3. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Now he's forced out right. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback. I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Now Brady. And the Seahawks defense gets to him, and they bring him down. L.J. Collier. He's the culprit, causes a loss of 5, and it brings up fourth down. The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
DK Metcalf for the Seattle offense about set to take over once again.
A monster game so far, third quarter. He is lighting up the stat sheet.
And so many times when you see these types of games, you hear about the quarterback, or we talk about the quarterback throwing guys open, putting it in the right spot. How about some credit for the receivers,
Absolutely.
though, who find ways to get open, whether they uncover late in a route or they get open early, but they just always find a way, and he's having that type of a game.
Yeah, he's been nearly impossible to cover. Flush to his right. And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th.
Well, he was looking at a dime formation, 6 defensive backs on the field, so he's looking for anyone to throw the football to, but he didn't have anyone open, so he took off and ran for it, but he came up just short, and that brings up 4th down.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. That's to his running back, complete. Yeah, he's got to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. There's Wilson to throw. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 16 yards there, 2 straight plays of 16 yards and another 1st down. Wilson. That's going to be caught. Touchdown, Seahawks.
Dwayne Eskridge.
A 24-yard touchdown. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Meanwhile, Brady's throw taken in by Miller.
And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air, and sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there. Oh, and now some space to operate. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
Brady to throw again. He completes it to Evans. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. So third down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. Throwing now is Brady. Right side, that's complete to Gronkowski. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up fourth down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on third down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way.
And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. Mike Evans, 35 yards. And the Bucs have got it back to a two-score game here in the fourth. Extra point up and good by Suckup. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it's all finished off with a touchdown by Tampa Bay. This taken in at the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Now, there are two scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Rashad Penny. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. 46 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. A first carry now for Alex Collins. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Again, it's Penny. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42. The Seahawks on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it with Collins. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. And again, it's Collins. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Here's Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. To the right side and complete to Metcalf. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. Able to stay in bounds, and the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before.
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Rashad Penny, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. Myers connects on the PAT. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Mike Evans in the Tampa offense about to set up shop. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. To throw again on second down. Brady. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead is now 24. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left because Victor...
Looking for Gronkowski, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick six makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or two.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopside? And Brady going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off near the 34. And a terrific return there. They're finally able to corral him down near the 11-yard line. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. It's Wilson on the option. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And they'll indeed take a knee. Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.